All right, so in this tutorial video, we're going to be working on the home page. This page is going to be dedicated to introducing your country and then focused around maps. We're going to be looking at a series of maps to give the viewer or the person visiting your website a picture of the country that you're going to be describing on these further pages. Now, if you look at the top, before you start this section, you should have everything on here already loaded onto your site. You should have a home page, an about page, culture, economics, government, planning your trip, and FAQs. If you're missing any of that, please go back to the first tutorial video and fill that out first. Now, the first thing that we want to do is we want to double click down here and click on text. Once we've clicked on text, we're going to go and click on over here, which is where you set the size of your text. So we want to set it to title. We want the biggest possible. And then we want to go to this, which is the indentation, and click on the center indentation. And you want to type, welcome to my country project website on Mexico. And you'll type in whatever your country project, or your country that you've selected for your project is, okay? You can even add a little exclamation point. So start by doing that. Pause your video and start there. Now, once you have typed this in, we want to hit the return or enter button, and it might go back to the left-hand side indentation here. Just hit the center to go back to the middle. And I'm just going to copy and paste what I've typed and not type it myself, just so you guys can see. So what you're going to do, oops, that's the wrong thing. Okay, so I'm just going to hit the enter button, and then that will take me down to this next line here. And you want to bring it back to the center. So hit the center indentation button again, so it's level again. All right, so now that it's level and in the center, we're just going to go ahead and copy and paste. I'm going to copy and paste this little line here. You can copy it directly from here and just sub in your country there. So the first line should be, please explore my site in order to learn more about Mexico or Malaysia or whatever country you have and what you can expect to see if you travel there. So this is what the top part should look like. So take a moment, pause your video, and then jot down what I have on the screen here was subbing in your own country's name for right there. All right. Okay. Now that we have our introduction area, our welcome part at the top of our page, we're just going to double click again, and we're going to add another heading down here right in the center. So click the center button again, click the title button, and we're going to write, in my case, States of Mexico. Now this might be different for your different countries, so you may have to work on what this first map will look like. In my case, I'm going to have my first map be of the different states in Mexico. So if we type in States of Mexico map into Google, we're going to get a lot of options here. So you can see there's a lot of different options for states in the country of Mexico. I'm going to choose this one. And so the easiest way to add this to your Google site would be to right click, open the image in a new tab. So you get something that looks like this. And then you'll just copy this URL right here. So Control C to copy the URL. Come back below and you want to just double click again. And then you'll get this image button that pops up, okay? So when you're trying to insert an image, you can insert images that you already have in your drive, but we want to go to by URL. And then that way, when you paste it in, you get this. And so now I have states of Mexico, and I've got this beautiful representation of all 32 states of Mexico. Okay, pretty simple, straightforward so far. So let's double click again. And we're going to go to title again, and then go over to the center button here. And this one is going to be a topographical map. Okay, and so if we go back over here, we want a topographical map. So what is a topographical map? A topographical map basically shows you the different land formations. So you can see mountains, you can see where areas where it gets more rain, where it's green. This is an example of one. We're actually going to take this one because it's a nice size here. So same deal, right click, open up image in a new tab. And then when we open up the image in a new tab, we get right here this kind of visual representation of Mexico. So you can see where the mountains are, where the plateaus are, where the different ranges are, where there gets a lot of rain because that tends to be green, what's closer to sea level, what's not. So we're going to copy that and go back to our page. And just like last time, we're just going to insert the map by going to this select images area, going over to by URL, and then copying it in, inserting image, boom. So we've got the states of Mexico, we've got a topographical map of Mexico. All right, the next one we're going to do is a traffic map, or a freeway map, because we want to know where all the major roadways are in Mexico. And the reason you want to know this is because the roadways tell you where the important places are, because that's where roads go. Roads go to important places. So you can learn a lot by learning about where the roads are in a country. So this is a perfect map here. You can see all the major roads, and then you can see they all kind of point in the direction of Mexico City, which is obviously the capital. So again, open image in a new tab. We're going to take this URL here, and we're going to need to add the title just like we did last time. Title, centered, freeway map, and then double click again, by URL, copy the URL we just pasted in, insert image, and now we have a wonderful freeway map of Mexico. All right, the last one we're going to do right now, and I'm just going to close out some of these tabs so we don't need to access them anymore. The last one we're going to do is a population map. So what a population map is it shows you where most people live in a country. And that's helpful because a map shows you the land, but population shows you where the people exist on that land. So it can teach you a lot about where the important places are in a country. So again, if we look at this map, and we're going to pick a slightly larger one, there we go. You can see that right there in the center, this black part, 16 million plus population. So clearly, this area in the center is the most densely populated, and then as you go to these outer areas, you have less population. So we're just going to open up image in a new tab, just like we did last time. We're going to copy that, and then we're going to go down here and do the same thing we did last time. So make it a title, go over to the center, and then type in population map. All right, and then double click below, just like this. So hopefully this is becoming routine for you now. Insert image, and then there we have it. So now, when you open up the website, you'll see your country's name. Welcome to my country project website on Mexico. Please explore my site in order to learn more about Mexico and what you can expect to see if you travel there. So we have the states of Mexico map. We've got the topographical map that shows the land. We've got the freeway map that shows all the major freeways. And then last, we have the population map. And that's it for this particular segment of our website production. Once you finish, move on to the next section about culture.